in his church as well as in his life, and especially events dealing with the civil rights movement. And I think, Reverend Thomas, before we had our first commercial break, you promised that you would say something about your meeting with Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, and so talk about that. Because
that was during the time we would raise money and go to the mass meetings, and Dr. King came to TSU. I was a freshman at the American Baptist, a little old cocky freshman. And I brought my little money and put it on the stage, and I saw him standing up there. I just went up there and grabbed, shook his hand. And that was fortunate for me. And I say this also, is that I shook the hands of James L. Ray also.
The person who
shot him. I met with, Dr. King's son came to Nashville, going to prison. He wanted me to go with him to meet James L. Ray, to talk to him about the shooting. And that's where I met James L. Ray also.
And so he actually had, the young King actually had a conversation with...
Dialogue, yes.
Dialogue with you. Were you privileged to that?
Yes, about 3 hours of dialogue.
Could you share some of that with us?
We were just talking, he had kept asking us, did he shoot his daddy and so forth.
Well,
James L. Ray said he didn't do it.
Yeah, he continued to maintain that he did not.
And when we left there, Dr. King's son, said he didn't believe James L. Ray shot his dad either.
So he was convinced enough after meeting with James Earl Ray in the state prison here in the state of Tennessee, that that after that meeting that James Earl Ray really did not shoot his father.
And I think a lot of it had to do with some of the civil rights workers like James Bevel. They said they didn't think he had done it. So King's son had all of that kind of information.
And very good. Well, and I think that looking at your career, you've also been involved in the political side of your activities here in Nashville. And why don't you say?
Well, we come down to politics of Nashville and politics of the nation. I'm concerned about it. I've always been. I'm concerned about black votes. If you want to make a difference in America, you got to vote. You got to show up. Right now, we're dealing with the census. We got to deal with that census. We've got to let people know we are here in America. I'm concerned about that. You can't go to sleep on issues. My days are almost up. And as I look at our young people, if we don't catch hold to the issues, we're gonna miss it, because we will be the second minorities. You know, yesterday you talked about blacks as minorities. We're no longer minorities now. And people, whoever is powerless, people will take advantage of it. So unless black America become more organized, get serious about voting, and learn how to vote. See, whenever black folk vote just on national elections, what they do, they're throwing the balls away. You have 3 strikes.
Okay.
You've got to vote with your local, state, and national, and vote strong in all 3. But if you only vote with your national, you throw 2 balls away. You've got to get people in the local group who understand your views, who agree with some of the things. You're not going to get all you want, but some of the things. Then national, we're getting ready for a governor. We don't know if we're going with Democrats or Republicans, but let's look at their records. That's how you vote. Because you got to look out for your folk. When I vote, I look out for the next 4 years, the next 8 years. Who's going to be my governor? Who's going to be my mayor? And we got to deal with that.
And you don't think that there's a consciousness among a large number of African Americans in reference?
I really don't see. I really don't see any black leadership anywhere. I don't see it anywhere right now. I see a lot of contented people, but strong black leadership, I don't see it.
And now, what do you think would be the solution to this absence, and because I've heard it said myself, Reverend Thomas, that that all of us, there might not be any recognizable black leaders, but all of us in a real sense are leaders. But now I agree with you. There has to be some individual or some organization that propels itself to attract individuals.
We've got to find a voice where 80% to 90% will follow. We have right now the core at the White House, President Barack Obama. We're his core folk. He can depend upon blacks. But however, every Democrat has depended on blacks. Bill Clinton, when he got in trouble, blacks was right there. We never did drop him, and we certainly ain't gonna drop Barack. You know, but we also need to know is that Barack need our support. Need to be visible. You talk about a tea party group, let's get a sugar party.
Good.
You know,
Okay.
a honey party. Because to let this community know that this president is not out there by himself.
And you don't think that there's enough activity here in Nashville to indicate that, as a matter of fact, there was an unfortunate incident that occurred quite recently in reference to members of the president's family, that very little was said in reference to that.
No, we had some folks. No, we was ready for that.
Well, I did, okay.
Yeah, because we knew the next day somebody gonna get fired. You thank God for the leadership of the black councils.
Okay, very good, okay.
The black church.
Okay.
There are folk that attacked that. And we were prepared to get to the right place. They fired that fella.
Yeah, and I think that's commendable in reference to the scope and the situation that developed.
And then another thing, maybe reason why we talk about we don't have the strong black support.
Hold a minute, we're getting ready for our second commercial break. We got about 25 or 30 seconds, and then I don't want you to get started on that because I know it's a lot. It's some pearls that are coming out of this, and so I don't want you to start. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break.